Hi, this is Colin, and today we're going to talk to you a bit more about the MeepoBoard. Now, I've had this for a couple of weeks already, since the mid of September, and I've been riding it around from going to work as well as riding it along the East Coast Park all the way to Marina Bay Sands. Now, and today I'm going to talk to you a bit more about the ride quality of the MeepoBoard. Now, in terms of hardware, it has been quite phenomenal. The batteries over here in the battery case, no problems with it so far. It charges very well, and we've got the electronic controller module down here connected to the motor hubs right below, and these have been functioning pretty well. The trucks aren't the best in terms of longboard trucks, but they do their jobs. And in terms of the bushings, because I'm a little bit heavy, so I've changed the bushings from the stock components to a much harder one, just for myself. Now, all those parts have been working pretty well. The only part that I wish I would say that could be further improved would probably be the deck itself. The deck is pretty okay for a short distance ride, but it feels as if I'm standing on a pipe, a very large pipe. Now, it's hard to see from the board itself, but it's pretty flat. But if you look closely, it has kind of like a curve over here. It feels like there's a micro curvature over here. And what that does is, it feels as if I'm standing on this really thin board over here. And when you do that, if you can imagine, let me put this down, the bottom of your feet, kind of like standing roughly about here, and it's gonna get pretty tiring after a while. So here's what I did.
Flashback.
Right, we're at Longboard Love today. I'm gonna pick up a deck. We're gonna get what is known as a kai-kai. And here's one of the kai-kais. There's complete over here. Yeah. So I'm gonna get one of these decks, and we're gonna fit it onto the Meepo. Hey Barry.
How are you?
Good.
This is your board.
Thank you very much.
Nice fresh bamboo kai-kai for you.
Thank you. All right. Thanks.
Guys.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we got our board. Let's head back home and let's get it fixed up.
End of flashback.
This is what Barry calls a kai-kai. It's kind of like our pandas in Singapore. Jia Jia and kai-kai. My wife has what is known as a Jia Jia longboard. This is called the kai-kai. This deck cost me 160 Singapore dollars, so that's approximately 110 US dollars. So if you're interested in the kai-kai board, drop me a message, drop me a line. I could probably hook you up with Barry for one of these. So we're gonna transfer the components over from the Meepo onto this board over here. Now, the difference about this board is that it has kind of like a curvature that goes into the board. So when you plunge your feet down, it's gonna be really comfortable over here. All right, so let's get down to the build. What we're gonna need is a couple of tools. We're gonna need our electric drill, and I have a Dremel set over here. It's always good to have a Dremel set. Okay, we've got the screws off. Now we're gonna take off the cover of the ESC and get the trucks of the rear motors out as well. The water seal is pretty good. It's kind of stuck right on. I gotta find a way to get it out. The rear taken off. Let's put it one side. And off comes the batteries. Kieran did give me some spares to work with.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
We're gonna fill this up with silicone, and what we need to do the job is we need black silicone, which we got from the store just now. The silicone will be fitted into here. And the end result is I decided to just rip off the entire piece of black grip tape and cover it properly with this design over here, such that the wiring that goes underneath for the MeepoBoard between the ESC module and the battery housing that runs somewhere along here is nicely and neatly covered by this brand new grip tape.
A brief construction montage.
Alright, so Barry's over here helping me get the grip tape out. I figured that, you know, instead of trying to fix that hole, you know, let's go for something really rad or something like that. In all essence, in terms of hardware, electronics, and the controls of this board, this stuff is pretty good. In terms of the deck, the MeepoBoard isn't fantastic. So with a deck swap to a proper longboard cruising deck and fresh grip tape, this is a wonderful board to ride on.